Once upon a time, in a lush and beautiful garden called Eden, there lived two very special beings named Adam and Eve. They were the first humans created by God to live in paradise and take care of it. The garden was filled with all kinds of wonderful plants and animals, and Adam and Eve could eat the fruit from any tree they chose, except for one. In the middle of the garden, God had planted a tree called the tree of knowledge of good and evil. He told Adam and Eve that they must not eat the fruit from this tree, for if they did, they would surely know things they were not meant to know. For a long time, Adam and Eve happily obeyed God's rule and lived in harmony with the animals and plants. But one day, a cunning and sly serpent came slithering through the grass. He was very clever and loved to cause trouble. He noticed that Eve was curious about the forbidden tree and decided to play a nasty trick. The serpent whispered to Eve, "Why don't you eat the fruit from the tree of knowledge? It is lovely and will make you as wise as God." Eve hesitated, but the serpent's words made her wonder. She picked the fruit and took a bite. It tasted delicious, just as the serpent had said. Eve handed the fruit to Adam, and he too took a bite. Suddenly, they both felt an unusual change. They realized things they had never known before and, most shockingly, they understood that they were naked. Filled with fear and shame, Adam and Eve hid among the trees when they heard God walking through the garden. God called out to them, "Where are you, Adam?" With trembling voices, they answered. When God found them, he knew what they had done. Out of love, he explained that because they broke his rule, they would have to leave Eden. No longer could they live where everything was given freely. They would have to work hard to survive in the world outside. Although Adam and Eve were very sad, God promised them that he would watch over them always. He gave them clothes and sent them out of the garden. As they walked hand in hand into their new life, the lessons they learned from their experience in Eden stayed with them forever. And so began the adventures of Adam and Eve, who learned every day about the meaning of love, work, and forgiveness, guided by the memories of a paradise once lost.